There are 7 things that could be aging you right now. And number 4 is the one almost nobody talks about, but every black woman over 50 needs to hear. Here is what nobody tells you. It is rarely one dramatic mistake. It is usually a small collection of familiar habits. Things that feel safe, comfortable, even sensible, that are quietly working against the way you want to show up in the world. Not because you lack taste or awareness, but because no one ever sat you down and explained the difference between dressing to cover yourself and dressing to reveal who you actually are. Welcome to Elegance Women. This channel exists for one reason: to help black women over 50 dress with intention, elegance, and a confidence that commands every room without saying a single word. We do not chase trends here. We chase presence. We chase radiance. We chase the version of you that walks in and makes people look up. If you have ever stood in front of your mirror, put together a full outfit, and still felt like something was missing, you are in exactly the right place. Because by the end of this video you will know precisely what that something is. Stay with me because this is going to shift the way you see your wardrobe completely. And if Elegance Women is new to you, subscribe right now because we do this every single week and you deserve to be here for all of it. Let us begin. Mistake 1. Shapeless oversized tops. The comfort trap that is costing you your silhouette. There is a reason so many women reach for oversized tops. They feel easy. They feel forgiving. After decades of being told to minimize and cover, choosing a top with no structure can feel like a quiet act of relief. But here is what that relief is actually doing to your look. When a top has no form, no seam definition, and no relationship to your natural shape, it does not just skim your body. It erases it. The eye cannot find a starting point or landing point. Everything blends into one uninterrupted mass of fabric, and what you were hoping would feel graceful ends up reading as formless. When you pair that top with equally unstructured bottoms, the entire silhouette disappears. There is no contrast, no line, no intention. Just volume. What so many women believe is slimming is actually doing the opposite. It is shortening the body, widening the frame, and hiding the very presence you have earned. The answer is not tight clothing. The answer is intentional shape. A well-cut top that gently follows your natural lines without clinging changes everything. Wrap-style blouses are one of the most powerful options available because they naturally create a waistline and draw the eye inward, instantly restoring proportion. Even a simple tunic becomes something beautiful when it has subtle side seaming or a gentle taper that gives the body form without restriction. The goal is to suggest your shape, not suppress it. Pair a softly structured top with a tailored straight-leg trouser and you have an outfit that looks effortless but is working with real intention. You are not hiding anything. You are showing up. Mistake 2. Mid-calf hemlines on skirts and dresses. The length that quietly shrinks you. This one surprises a lot of women because mid-calf lengths often feel like the modest, elegant choice. But proportion does not operate on intention. It operates on optics. When a skirt or dress cuts across the middle of your calf, it lands at the widest point of the lower leg. That placement interrupts the natural visual line from hip to ankle, and the result is that the legs appear heavier and shorter than they actually are. There is also a cultural timestamp attached to this length. When it appears today in the same straight unstructured cuts, it can make your entire outfit feel as though it belongs to another era, even if every other element is current. For most women over 50, the most flattering hemline lives in the knee zone. Just above the knee, at the knee, or just below it. This is the range where the leg looks its most elongated, most balanced, and most graceful. If you love midi lengths, they absolutely still work. But choose soft fluid fabrics with movement. Let the hem flow rather than stop. That single detail is the difference between a silhouette that flatters and one that flattens. Mistake 3. Head-to-toe matching in one neutral color. When safe becomes invisible. Dressing in a single neutral from head to toe feels polished and intentional. But there is a hidden cost to all neutral dressing that becomes especially important for melanin-rich skin, and almost no one is talking about it. When there is no contrast anywhere in your outfit, the look starts to erase rather than elevate. Your features have nothing to reflect off of. Your skin tone gets no support. Everything reads as one continuous tone, and instead of looking refined, you start to disappear into your own clothes. Neutrals are not the enemy. The absence of depth is. The most powerful upgrade you can make right now is to bring richness and warmth close to your face. For deep and dark skin tones, jewel tones are not just flattering. They are transformative. Plum, teal, cobalt, deep gold, burnt orange, and rich emerald naturally reflect warmth back onto melanin-rich skin, making it look luminous and alive. If black is your anchor, keep it. Use it for your trousers, skirts, and outerwear. But let something warm or bold sit nearest to your face. That contrast creates dimension, and dimension creates presence. The goal is not to be louder. The goal is to be seen. Mistake 4. The wrong bra. The one nobody mentions, but that affects everything you wear. This is the mistake that no one discusses in polite company. But it may be the single most impactful factor in how your clothes look on your body, and it is happening silently underneath everything you put on. When a bra does not fit correctly, the consequences ripple outward through your entire silhouette. A band that rides up causes the bust to drop. Cups that do not contain fully cause blouses to pull, necklines to gap, and fabric to shift in ways that never look quite right. These small misalignments create the visual impression of a shorter torso, a heavier midsection, and rounded posture, even when none of those things are actually you. Most women are wearing a size they have worn for years. And that loyalty to a number ignores the simple truth that bodies are not static. Weight shifts. Muscle tone changes. Skin changes. The bra that fit perfectly a few years ago may be quietly working against you today. A properly fitted bra lifts the bust to its natural position, which immediately elongates the torso, improves your posture, and creates a clean defined line under your clothing. Suddenly your tops drape the way they were designed to. Your waistline appears. Your silhouette feels intentional. Get fitted. Not once, but every year or two. Because when your foundation is right, everything above it finally works the way it is supposed to. Now I want to pause right here. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these first for mistakes you have been making without realizing it. I read every single comment, and this community is one of the most beautiful spaces on the internet. And if you have not yet subscribed to Elegance Women, now is the time. Join a community of Black women over 50 who are done being invisible and done being overlooked. Mistake 5. Clunky footwear. When comfort comes at the cost of your entire look. Comfort is not negotiable. But there is a difference between choosing shoes that support your body and choosing shoes that disrupt your entire silhouette. Thick soles, bulky shapes, and visually heavy designs do one thing consistently. They anchor the eye at the bottom of your outfit in a way that disrupts the flow of your entire look. Even if everything above is polished and intentional, A shoe that reads as heavy or disproportionate makes the full outfit feel off balance. The sweet spot exists, and it is more accessible than ever. A streamlined sneaker in white or ivory updates a casual look instantly while remaining comfortable and proportional. A low block heel gives your leg a clean, elongated line without pressure. A classic kitten heel is one of the most underrated tools in a mature woman's wardrobe. Elegant, wearable, and quietly powerful. A sleek ankle boot in a refined silhouette grounds an outfit beautifully without adding visual weight. Pay attention to the shape of your shoe, not just how it feels on your foot, but how it reads as part of your full outfit. When your footwear completes your look rather than interrupting it, your entire presence rises. Mistake 6. Too many accessories competing for attention. More is not more. Accessories are one of the most powerful tools in a woman's wardrobe. But when too many pieces are worn at once, they stop working for you and start working against you. The eye cannot find a focal point. Nothing lands with impact because everything is competing equally for attention. The art of restraint is where elevated personal style truly begins. Choose one piece to carry the conversation. If you are wearing bold earrings, let them be the statement and keep everything else quiet. If a necklace is your focal point, give it the space to speak by removing competing pieces. And here is the one habit that will change how you walk out the door every single time. Before you leave, remove one accessory. Just one. That single edit introduces clarity, balance, and a level of polish that feels natural but looks completely intentional. Less, when chosen well, always says more. Mistake 7. Frozen style. Staying dressed for a decade that has already passed. This is the most nuanced mistake on this list and also the most personal. Because frozen style does not feel like a mistake from the inside. It feels like identity. At some point, every woman finds a version of her style that clicks. And without consciously deciding to, she stays there. The same silhouettes, the same combinations, the same general approach, year after year. The challenge is that when every element of your outfit all belongs to the same past era, the full picture begins to feel like a still photograph in a world that has continued to develop. The answer is not reinvention. It is evolution. And evolution can be gentle. Swap an older pair of earrings for a cleaner, more modern shape. Replace a soft worn cardigan with a structured knit that holds its form. Update your handbag to a more defined silhouette. Choose a new frame for your eyewear that gives your face a fresh lift. These are not dramatic changes. They are deliberate ones. And they have the power to shift your entire look from past to present without touching your core identity. Style is not a destination you arrive at once and stay. It is a living expression of who you are. It should grow as you grow. When your style moves with you, it does not just look current. It looks like you. Now that you know the 7 mistakes, here is the truth that ties all of them together. None of this is about following rules. Elegance Women is not a rule book. It is a mirror. And what we are doing here, together, is making sure that when you stand in front of yours, what you see reflects the full, elegant, powerful woman you actually are. Every habit you release, whether it is a shapeless top, a mid-calf hem, the wrong bra, or a shoe that disrupts your line, creates space for something that truly serves you. Something that honors your body, elevates your energy, and announces your presence before you say a single word. Black women over 50 are not an afterthought in style. We are the standard. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 mistakes surprised you the most? Was it mistake number 4, the bra that silently changes everything? Or was there something else on this list that made you stop and think? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. And here is something controversial I want your honest opinion on. Do you believe the fashion and beauty industry has deliberately ignored the needs of Black women over 50? Because I have a very strong opinion about this, and I know this community does too. If this video helped you see something differently, share it with a woman in your life who deserves to hear it. Give it a like because it helps more women just like you find Elegance Women. And if you are not yet subscribed, this is your moment. We are here every single week talking about style, confidence, and self-expression for Black women who know that after 50, the best is not behind them. It is exactly where they are standing right now. This is Elegance Women. And darling, you are just getting started.